you disagree with Tesla CEO? Play Schultz here.
Jamie, bring it up. Bring it up, Jamie.
So, for real. So this is like a kind of shitty.
I have very mixed opinions about Andrew Schultz. I don't like him, but I don't hate him. He was good in tires, and he's friends with Bobby Lee. That's like, but yeah, I don't like him. Again, I don't hate him though. I just don't like him.
Situation where, like, yes, I understand that he's antagonizing people.
It's not the stash. I got nothing against the stash.
You don't like the guy. You don't like the beliefs. You don't like what he's doing. And there are things to criticize. I'm not saying there aren't things to criticize. Like, everybody is.
There's a lot of things to criticize. Pretty much everything.
To punish.
Can I say name one? Go ahead, do it. What would you emphasize, Schultz? There's all these stuff to criticize. It's very easy to say. Put one on the line.
Of criticism, but to punish that car company that is 100% made in America.
And also, it's not. That's another thing. They're not all 100% made in America. They're assembled in America, but they're not America only.
Like, what is your goal? That we shut down those factories and those Americans lose those jobs? That makes you feel better about your gripe with Elon?
That's the thing. Some people, they'd
nationalize them.
In an argument, it feels like, you know.
You know, really, there's people that rely on those.
Like, you... I say it all the time, in a just world, you would nationalize infrastructure. And they're right now the only electric car company that's really doing anything in America. Like, I mean, that's solely electric cars. They're fucking up. They're floundering because privatization is a for-profit industry over prosperity, both for the consumer and the business, which means it gets profit from the business and the consumer before before prosperity is even thought of, if ever. That, and the cars are not prospering, the consumers are not prospering. Government edicts would dictate that the goals of that company would be the prosperity of the American citizens, getting American citizens cheap, affordable, and mass-produced electric cars made in just this nation. Tesla's not doing that. They're trying to still get the Chinese market, which they're going to lose. BYD they're just better cars. I've seen them. They are impressive. And if this if the 5-minute charging tech that they're talking about, even if it's 10 minutes, like Tesla's cooked. They're just cooked. They wasted too much time and money pandering and getting the Cybertruck into development instead of actually building a cheap, affordable EV for the American people. They missed their shot. They wasted time banking on, King Elon keeping it together. And it's like, the investors can see it. That's why everyone's offloading their stock. Like, Elon is going off the rails. That squeaky wheel is getting more and more wobbly the faster he goes. And eventually he's going to crash into something and explode. And the greatest way to light that fuse is to finish tanking Tesla. Anyone following Tesla's stock, do yourself a fun little favor. Go up, look at it on the Dow. Go back 5 years. Tesla stock was like $23 5 years ago. It was nothing. And in the last 5 years, it's just exploded due to hype. It's gotten big after Elon called the rescue diver the pedophile. Like, it's beyond inflated. Like, the merits of this car company, the merits were there 5 years ago. And if they had adhered to growing progressively, actually developing new technologies, and they should have sought out where their competition was, because it was in China. BYD was working on their prototypes, their plans. They should have sought out. They should have done, it's hard to say here, they should have done corporate espionage to figure out what they were building and undercut them or stolen their that's what the Chinese did to us. Like, up until COVID, for 10 years, there were stories of Chinese espionage programs going on where Chinese agents were stealing as much data, as much product, blueprints, everything they could to replicate and innovate their own technologies that are now coming to fruition. There was a story out of MIT, like 6 years ago. A Chinese spy stole a robotic hand from MIT. He was caught with it They did nothing with him. They didn't detain him. They didn't interrogate him. They just took the hand back, and he went on his way. And it's like, guys, they're getting their info together. They're getting ready to seize markets. They've got production down. China's whole big thing, their claim to fame, was that for 30 years they were a source of cheap production and cheap labor, cheap products. And they've got that mass producing down. Now they're going in for the intellectual kill. And we are giving it to them on a silver platter because of idiots